Hey, this is Soma79 with a special announcement. My new Mega Mix is up. My MF Doom Mega Mix, Oxidation Moons Day, is now available. Go to www.soma79.com/doom to check it out. It's a 30-minute mix that I did of MF Doom raps over my own beats. I really enjoy it. I hope you really enjoy it. So check it out. Tell a friend. Peace. Hey, hello and welcome to the newest episode of the Articulate Ox podcast. I am your host, Soma79. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is an exciting episode. This is an exciting day. Today is October 27th, Friday, October 27th, the day that my first hip-hop album in well over a decade drops. And that is Quiet Life, Loud Friends by Soma79 and Pillsy Beats. I do the rapping, Soma79 does the beat, and I do the rapping and Pillsy Beats does the beats. We're gonna get it right that time. We got guest appearances by our guest today. Copywrite is on 2 tracks, The King of the Underground, Columbus, Ohio's finest. Copywrite. We also have appearances by Jay Sinatra, Honest the Grease God, and Wordplay to Flyest MC, who was featured with Copywrite on the first single, Wheel Snipe Selly. So Wheel Snipe Selly has got a great response so far, so thank you for everybody who's streamed it, shared it, all that good stuff. It means a lot to me, and I greatly appreciate it. So my interview today is with Copywrite. It's been a pleasure getting to know Copywrite over the past year or so. I was lucky enough that he asked me to design his album art for his next album, The High Exalted 3, The Last Supper. So that's coming out. We'll see. I'm not sure. It's kind of up to him. It's not up to me. But the album art's done, so that's cool. But I've known Copy a little bit for the past couple years. We've collaborated on a bunch of songs together. It was great to finally get on the phone and chat. So I have to warn you, this interview is it's a little different than a lot of the ones that I did. To be honest, there's a lot of stuff that I kind of felt should be cut out for whatever reason. I'm going to let you use your imagination as to why you think the stuff that I've decided to bleep out has been bleeped out. Your imagination may even be better than reality, but isn't art and entertainment all about imagination? Whatever. Sorry to put the onus on you. But I decided that the interview itself, so Copy was in his car through the majority of the interview, and the phone did cut out. The call did drop a number of times. I'm not sure exactly how many yet, because I actually haven't started editing it yet. That's what I'm doing as soon as I'm done with this interview, with this intro. But so the call did drop. I decided to leave some of that stuff into just so you can kind of see where the if the train of thought changed a little bit, you'll kind of see why. And I kind of wanted to preserve the narrative of the way the interview went in as much as possible without releasing anything to the public that I thought maybe either he or I might not want out there. So all in all, it was a very fun time getting to know Copy. It was I think this interview kind of shows you what it was like. So thank you so much, Copyright. I appreciate the opportunities that you've presented me, and I appreciate that you've jumped on so many songs with us, and that's really meant a lot to me. So go check out Copyright. He's got tons of stuff already out there. There's battles, there's diss records, there's just a big discography. Go to his Bandcamp page. I guess my personal favorite Copyright albums, for what that's worth, the Jerk mixtape is one that I always go back to a lot. I love Murderland. It's I believe it's only 10 songs, kind of a shorter one, but it's like a choose your own adventure type thing where it's designed you can listen to it in any order, and there's a really cool variety of songs on that one where he kind of brings different styles, and I just feel that one for me is probably the one that I reached to the most. And I'd also say the first Cruise Control mixtape, that was the one that I just listened to that to death when it came out. So, and I listened to it again yesterday on a long car ride, and it holds up. So I'd say first Cruise Control, the Jerk mixtape, Murderland, and then pretty much everything else, all of it's dope. So, all right, Copy, thank you so much. And thank you. And check out today, Quiet Life, Loud Friends. The EP is out. Quiet Life, Loud Friends, Pillsy Beats, Soma79. You can download it for free with a bonus track at www.soma79.com. Soma79.com/quietlifeloudfriends, all one word. That's Soma79.com/quietlifeloudfriends, all one word. I hope I remember to put that underneath my words, and yeah, I hope I do. So if not, just write it on your screen. But the EP is out. There's a special bonus track only available through download right now on the website. Through that download, it's called "I Don't Know You But I Hate You," and that's one of my favorites. One of the favorite outtakes from the EP. So go check out the EP, share it with everybody if you do feel so inclined. I appreciate it. It's now available on streaming everywhere. And we got some videos coming out soon for The Trees Have Eyes, and maybe one for Wheel Snipe Sally, and maybe one for Summer Lovin', and I got a bunch of other stuff happening too. So let's just get to this interview with Copywrite. Thank you so much. Go stream Quiet Life Loud Friends. Download on my website at www.soma79.com/quietlifeloudfriends. All one word. Peace.
Wings clipped, quick to flip manuscripts, cause her man went from damaged kid to damn he's rich, but she still can't stand the way he manages to never put nickels in the can for the cancer kids. Plus he cheats at cornhole and brags that he won, so she lost interest like porno after she comes. My DM started jingling baby as it was done. 2 seconds later I can hear the snapping of her gums. She calls me half Dodge Challenger, half Lip Gallagher.
All right, welcome to the newest episode of the Articulate Ox podcast. I'm your host, Soma79. My guest today is King of the Underground, Megahertz alumni, Weatherman alumni, Columbus, Ohio's finest, Copywrite. What's going on today, man?
What's up, brother Soma? How are you, man?
Fantastic. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm gonna get the self plugs out of the way at the beginning. I have my new EP, Quiet Life Loud Friends, Soma79 and Pillsy Beats, dropping on 10/27. Copywrite is featured on 2 of those tracks. Wheel Snipe Sally, which is currently available, also featuring Juno Velasco, Battle MC, Wordplay to Flyest MC. And the other song is Summer Lovin', featuring me sort of singing, and Honest to Grease God. So check those out. They'll be available either today or next week. So I'll put it in the notes. But thank you so much for doing those, man. It really brought the fire in those songs.
Bro, yeah. Summer Lovin' is my shit, man. I like them all, but Summer Lovin' is my shit, man.
That was fun. That song came together. The chorus on that came together because it was like, I was told the story in the last episode. Spilsy and I were talking about how I stopped singing because my singing instructor was leading me to believe that I was getting somewhere, but she was really hitting on me. And right after that went sour, I just started rapping. I went all the way to it. So this is the first time I've tried to sing in 20 years. And it started as me doing a scratch track. I'm like, I wanted to sound like the Beatles. I mean, like the Beach Boys, like Brian Wilson. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's got to sound either like half serious or half joking at the same time. So that's what we went for. And he really pulled it together with the engineering shit. So.
And are you into like Brian Wilson at all?
Oh, I love the Beach, especially that old shit. Like, and he's a fascinating guy. Like there's a couple documentaries on him that are just amazing.
No, I'm a huge Brian Wilson fan, man. I've seen him twice. I've seen him perform twice in 1 year. Once with Jeff Beck.
Really?
Yeah, bro. They were on tour like 2014 something. God damn it. Okay. That's just the battery, but I'll get somewhere where I can charge it up. But yeah, man, like, so you've heard Smile?
Oh yeah. I got that right when it came out. I was amazing how good it is. You'd think it would be terrible after all these years, but
so you heard the 04 version, the one that they redid with the one with the what are they called, the Wondermints? Yeah, the Wondermints with the.
I think so, because I remember as soon as the Smile was available, I got it. So I got whatever the earlier version was, and I haven't kept up with it.
So, like, the sessions. I don't know if you heard the Smile sessions at all, like the original ones that they cut, like when he was young and his voice.
I haven't.
Dude, shit.
I haven't thought about that. That's got to be out there.
Amazing. They have so many outtakes, man. Like tons and tons of outtakes.
Shit, I gotta look that up.
Definitely a fanatic. I'm a Brian Wilson fanatic, pretty much. Yeah. He's a genius, man. His shit's amazing.
It is. You know who else? People always make fun of me for liking this, but I'm a huge Carpenters fan. Like, just the way that they harmonize was just, it was like, there's such a dark story about Karen Carpenter, but like when that's layered over these sort of super saccharine songs, it really makes this compelling thing that makes you feel something. They've always really done it for me.
I never I had it like a couple of their records, well, like one record casually, like trying to find samples and shit when I was younger, but I never gave their music a chance like that. But I do love the Sonic Youth cover of
Yes.
Bro, that shit is amazing.
Yeah. I just got a notice in the mail. I had forgot I even ordered this, but I'm getting a signed copy of Thurston Moore's memoir that's coming out like next week. I can't wait to read that. I mean, I love Sonic Youth.
Man, so I like them. You know, when she was like, she said their music was just noise. I don't know if you saw Juno and shit.
The movie Juno? Yeah.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Can I take this call real quick? Because
go for it.
Some motherfucking dub in that bitch. You feel me? You riding today. You riding this? We got Soma. Pills. We got pills. We got honest. Honest, what up? Yeah, we got everything we need, man. Check. I'm not just saying I'm licensed, but it's just saying I'm professional. You feel me? Come on, let's go to some nice sunny days. Hey, you know summer's coming when folks start getting shot and smoked on city blocks for low, if any guap. Same shit, yeah, my first full gray hair. One more felony, I might have my first full gray beard. It's way weird. Feel like that was only yesterday. I'ma slowly blow like parolees, the homies guesstimate. When I blow, don't blow me like you know me, no hit the exit stage. Left of the tackle spray, redirecting your steps this way. It feels shit progressing, got the steel with the vested. Even in the summertime, I will Smith and Wesson. You cutting from the grassy, so underground Nardwar wouldn't know what the fuck to ask me. I stick it in the stomach, now let me hit the throat. She call me Mr. Drummond, so many different strokes. Your punchlines, Mr. Drummond. Audience, Mr. Jokes. To your family, return from visit folks.
Summer loving, summer loving. That's just summer loving. Summer loving, summer loving, summer loving. That's just summer loving.
Meet Ann with wings clipped, quick to flip manuscripts. Cause her man went from damaged kid to damn he's rich. But she still can't stand the way he manages to never put nickels in the can for the cancer kids. Plus he cheats at cornhole.
Yo, okay, yeah. But I do. Okay, so I had the album with the front cover is like a white, it's like a comic book.
Oh, goo.
Just one page with the girl in the car with the dude and shit, and it's not colored in or anything. You know what album
goo.
that is?
Yeah, it's Goo. It's got Chuck D on it, I think. He's on that album.
Yeah, which is so weird, man.
Yeah, that's a great song.
It's not weird, but like
it's very of the time.
It's
like, of that, like that was around the time like the first Lollapalooza, where it's like, oh, body count's a thing, and it's like Anthrax and Public Enemy, are doing shit, Judgment Night soundtrack, which I loved.
Fucking yeah. Everybody was going grasping for straws. But you know what? I'm trying to think. There was a song like that with KRS-One in it, and it was like it's fucking REM and KRS-One or some shit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's making me think of something. I think,
and it's real weird. It's KRS is wearing like a leather jacket. He's like dressed uncharacteristic for himself in the video, and I'm like, how? And I never saw the video before. I'm pretty sure it's REM.
Yeah, it's a radio song. It was off the same album as Losing My Religion. So it would have been like around 90 or something.
And it's like an anti-AIDS song or some shit. Hold on, I got to get these headphones. Yo, I don't know why it's so much lower than it was before. It's not how you're talking or anything. Because before it was everything was perfect. I think it's because I clicked over and fucked some shit up or something.
Oh, it might have been.
If I hang up and reconnect?
No, go for it. Doesn't matter.
Okay. I'll be right back.
All right.
Brags that he won, so she lost interest like porno after she comes. My DM started jingling, baby, as it was done. 2 seconds later, I can hear the snapping of her gums. She calls me half Dodge Challenger, half Lip Gallagher. I'm happy that I luckily sat next to her in algebra. I tried to hold her down, but I just couldn't balance her between the million meetings that I keep in my calendar. Plus, odds aren't too sloppy that I know why my cell is blowing up, probably, but I should check just as well. Call the cops, see if I can get a hold and tell if that's Copyright's yell raising hell inside the holding cell.
Summer loving, summer loving. That's just summer loving. Summer loving, summer loving. That's just summer loving.
Yeah, I can smell the smoke from the cookout. The bushes in the parks with the lookout. Fresh Prince, summertime on the radio. Throwback Friday, yo, the ladies know. Then smooth type guy. Listen, I'm the shit I need 2-time ply. Part of my soul on my head sky high. The weed smoke cover my body, so I try. Put a scent on like sunblock. Summertime's body season, so keep your gun cocked. I count beers in the cooler, cause when the fun stops, that's when the arguments happen. In the gunshots, it's summertime, backyards where we play cards. Spitting in cipher, the homie trade bars. Dominoes slam on the table, we take charge. I got a style you can make large.
See, motherfucking right. Yeah, Soma, guilty, honest. You know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way better. It's back to normal. Okay, cool.
Awesome, sweet. All right. So, where were we?
We were talking about like Sonic Youth and other songs.
Oh yeah, like
Michael Stipes and KRS and shit.
God, yeah. You know one actually. You must know this song. De La and Teenage Fan Club.
Yeah,
That's
my shit. I love that. Fallen. It's from the Judgment Night soundtrack.
Yeah. That album, I mean, that movie's all totally forgotten, but the soundtrack lives on.
It's amazing, man. The song, I like the song with Everlast, Just Another Victim.
Yes,
Biohazard,
with Helmet. Oh, it's Biohazard, yeah.
And then I like the there's some other ones. Dell and Dinosaur Jr.
Yes,
dude, that's amazing. That's
the dude from Dinosaur Jr. lives the town over for me, and it was like he's spotted in town all the time, and it's like there's one that he bought a dealership around here, and they took a picture of him. They post every year, and he looks just so like nonplussed, and they're all like, "Eh?" It's like the funniest fucking picture.
Fucking regular ass dude and shit.
Yeah. This Jay Mask is just, Actually, Kim Gordon used to live out here for years too. Where she she lived out here for like until right about the time I think I moved in here. But
where are you at exactly?
I'm in Western Mass. I'm like out by like Northampton, sort of like So I'm like kind of 45 minutes from Springfield and Hartford and all that stuff.
How far are you from the Middle East venue?
About 2 hours.
That's not bad.
It's slowly moving back. We opened for you there once, years ago. My old crew, Project Mayhem.
Yo, I remember. Dude.
Well, there were two shows. The one of them, I wasn't at one of them because I wasn't with them yet. But Pillsy said it was memorable and it was a total shit show. And there's a photo of you and my man Hush, who we did a song with, Kitchen. And that one I heard was nuts. And then we did another one upstairs in the Middle East that I was at. That was, I think, not as crazy, but still dope.
That was the one. If it was the one with Cool Z, I remember that one because I was out in the back talking to that dude, talking to Wes for a while because Wes grew up with Doom, and Wes was telling me shit about Doom and shit. That's who I got those Dim songs from. Doom's little brother and shit from Wes. Yeah. No, I remember that show. Yeah. I remember that. And it was I mean, I wish I could transfer my memory of it.
Yeah, I know.
Remember at the end of the night, it was like anyway, it was cool though. I haven't been there in a minute, man, but every time I go there, it's so dope. Yeah.
I was just talking to Leeds the other day. And he's gonna, I think, help me do a little promotion for the album. But he's our man out here for bringing people in.
Yeah, Leeds is the dude, man. Yeah. Definitely brings everybody out and shit.
Yeah. So I wanted to give you a shout. I got some of your vinyl here to show people. This is the last album you put out. We lost you.
Fucking window open this bitch. Yeah. Okay. I just aim, score, and celebrate. Elevate, electric, but money is what I generate. Illustrate, do nothing but draw. It's like I meditate, cause I be closing both of my eyes in all these different states. Intimidate, man, all these rappers about to know why you eliminate. Some of your dudes gon' have to go. Was the class clown, but now ain't no longer a joke. I'm like Nicola, the joke, about to be one of them ghosts. Man, I'm too slick, your chick here giving me naughty looks. You boo thick, my huge dick is what your shawty took. Fight me, that's bullshit, I'll leave your body shook. You looking for a tilly, homie, we can have a like Donnybrook. Fuck your scrawny hook, homie, reconsider. You gon' feel like an alcoholic when these shots hitting your liver. A winner, homie, I'll put an end to these beginners. We'll play in his prime, so you know I'm quick to deliver.
When they see my face, their skates feel like jelly. Cause when I'm on the ice, I'm all wheel snipe selly. When they hear me rhyme, their face seems so jelly. Cause when I'm on the mic, I'm all wheel snipe selly. When they see my face, their skates feel like jelly. Cause when I'm on the ice, I'm all wheel snipe selly. When they hear me rhyme, their face seems so jelly. Cause when I'm on the mic, I'm all wheel snipe selly. So finally, your girl decided to leave. And while you grieve, she's on her knees, rapidly snacking D's, rather happily from 3 smiley steeds you've likely seen high-fiving over Riley Reid. Allegedly, but I digress, I'm here to chirp and chew bubblegum. Cause none of you pheasants seem to be too troublesome. Regrettably, you ain't a threat to me or upsetting me, but for the boys, you're getting cross-checked if you step to me. My weaponry is words, my lessons strike a nerve. Aggression to the herbs, you bet against my swerve. No one can hold the spitter, I could slap shot a glory hole. You cry cause your little sister ate your last Oreo. With these ABCs, I'm Letterman mixed with Letterkenny. Obviously, I'm the better man, flipping letters any day, anyway. Genius switch always on, can confirm Canada geezers are welcome on my lawn. When they see my face, their skates feel like jelly. Cause when I'm on the ice, I'm all wheel snipe selly. When they hear me rhyme, their face seems so jelly. Cause when I'm on the mic, I'm all wheel snipe selly. When they see my face, their skates feel like jelly. Cause when I'm on the ice, I'm all wheel snipe selly. When they hear me rhyme, their face seems so jelly. Cause when I'm on the mic, I'm all wheel snipe
Your dick
selly.
sure sucks, so I'ma outdo it and take your bucks. Grin and spend it, stay independent like skateboard trucks. Fuck, my new CD's for sure late. Shit, I go to court late, 34 days past my court date. Fuck hungry, I'm starved after 4 steaks, and I'm after more cake, so pass me your plate.
What is that?
Happy
Oh yeah,
birthday,
the album,
Yeah, I was about to give you a shout out. Last album I believe you put out, it's a little shiny because they still got the plastic on it. There you go.
Mhm.
Right, last sub. No, T.H.E, the High Exalted too. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm fumbling
Yeah.
all over my shit here.
Yo, let them know though. Soma's getting them confused because Soma just did the artwork for my album about to drop called The Last Supper.
Yes.
So yeah.
Thank you so much for that, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yo, thank you. This shit is amazing, man. Super dope. I mean, you were able, we worked on one where I forget which one it was, but where we did a bunch of different drafts, and I was asking you to do a bunch of different drafts. So you'll know, I'll let you know if I'm not happy with it. This shit is so this shit was really, really right off bat shit, man. And I really
I was worried. I was getting towards the end. I'm like, I went very strong in one direction, and I'm like, there's really no backing out of it at this point. So
right. If I didn't like it, then it was like, oh shit.
I'm back to drawing board.
Yeah. But actually, bro, the dimension of the Last Supper table that you did, it made it to where it's not boring. Because to me, that long ass table, what was that, Da Vinci's painting of it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
That shit. It's not that it's boring. It's been redone over and over. The sideways table with a bunch of different people.
There was a Nas album like that too, because I was looking at that going, how do I make it not look like this?
Right.
Because I pulled that out and I'm like, I don't want to be like this, And that had the advantage of being the CD era where it's going to fully fold out, and I'm like, it's not,
Yeah, it's great. It's hard to get a bunch of to get the whole idea across in one page, especially that last page, like the CD cover. Like you don't have a lot of work to do that. It's crazy that you got all the people at the table without the shit being overcrowded or it doesn't translate,
Yeah, I got lucky that it's sort of, because I had to kind of work off angles of pictures I could see, because this is like a dozen people, and I got lucky I was able to kind of arrange them sort of like a Renaissance painting where it's like it evokes that imagery where people are looking in different directions, and that actually ended up working to the advantage of it. So sometimes fate shines down upon me.
The sun, what do they say, the sun even shines on a dog's ass sometimes.
Yes.
No, but you know what? That definitely, the fact that you based a lot of them on pictures that exist, that made it dope, because they would be naturally having their head all different because they're all doing random shit,
Yeah.
And then also you're able to catch them. If everybody was facing the same direction, it'd be hard to differentiate everybody, because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone just starts looking like human beings, like stock humans.
Yeah.
Shit is dope, man.
So when's everybody get to hear this album?
So basically, I had to it's fucked up because every time I think it's being sent off to get pressed, I have to do some other shit. I had to fix 2 songs and shit, like basically take 2 people off songs that you know what I mean didn't belong on the songs. It wasn't going right for whatever reason. And so as soon as we get that done, like this week, we had to send it off to get pressed and shit. So 4 months after that or whatever, I think it's going to be the beginning of next year. The label thinks that it'll come out the end of this year, but I know better than that. That's not how time works.
Right. And everything slows down around the holidays too.
Oh yeah, exactly. And also, like, man, the shit hasn't even been set to get pressed yet. You know, it's already October. Yeah, that's when the big boys come out. Major label artists come out in the fourth quarter traditionally. But to be honest, I never subscribed to like people saying like, well, don't drop your album in December or any of that because it'll get overlooked for the other artists. But I think I feel like if people were, yeah, exactly. I bought all types of CDs on the same day. If it's a bunch of shit coming out that I like, I'm not gonna pick one over the other. But when people are only concerned with sales, they fixate on that so much that it becomes such a thing like that. It's like nobody acts like that. Like people buy a plethora of albums on the same day if they want, all different types of styles too.
The sales thing is ridiculous because it's like I'll always be like surfing like a hip hop DX and I'll see like so and so is taunting so and so over only selling like 60,000 copies. I'm like, these numbers are meaningless now. It's like who's actually like, you know, I will buy vinyl and stuff, but it's like people consume music in so many different ways. Like these sales numbers are even as ridiculous as like Nielsen numbers.
Yeah, right. They're not a true reflection of what's going on and what everyone's doing. Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's funny. Man, honestly, man, you know, it sounds so when people like talking down about other people's sales, that sound label owner really has you where they want you to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, I'm the gold star. You ever work at Dial America? You know, the job Dial America where you sell magazines and they got the bronze team and the silver team and the platinum team. And really whoever's like busting their ass and not getting any fucking commission is on the platinum team, so they're the biggest dummies, but they think they're the shit. That's like rappers like doing this. I'm working hard for this label that's got me in a fucked up deal. Yeah, that's crazy. So you seen what happened to or you seen that shit that what's that goofy ass rapper's name? There's so many of them. Is it Trippie Red? No, it's not Trippie Red. It's dumbass Kodak Black that was like that money's not real. It's play money and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's rap is pro wrestling to some degree. It's
at its best. At its on a good day it is. You know what I mean? And with a good wrestler, you got somebody like Doom who can pull it off, right? Yeah. Like if you really want to look at it like that.
Well, Doom's first mask was a Kane mask. It was the wrestler Kane. That's where it started.
And it is show business and it is a form of entertainment no matter what. Even the antics that people enjoy of entertainment. I mean, so much so that like it's kind of become more about that with younger artists than I'm trying to plug this shit in before. But yeah, being independent, like here's the crazy part. When artists talk about two things. When fans talk about there's no good rap, and I'm like, there's all sorts of shit.
More than ever.
You sit around. That's people who think that shit's gonna come on the radio and like come to them. Like those are people that have never been music lovers, have never like sought out music or any of that shit. And then on top, and then the other shit is I forgot the other point. So fuck that. Scratch that. I only had one point.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I don't know if you've touched on this before, but speaking of wrestling, did you ever hear back from my hometown hero, John Cena?
John Cena? No. I knew he wasn't going to say anything, bro, because he's ashamed. Bro, here's the crazy part, right? Back in the day, I remember I was at a show at the Grog Shop in Cleveland, and there was this one dude who was like, yo, and this is like 04, 05, 04, 06. He's like, yo, John Cena's trying to get a hold of you, man. He's trying to work with you. And I'm thinking in my head, like, what the fuck? This sounds stupid as fuck. Well, I guess he was right. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, I've seen him perform. I went to a John Cena concert in Boston once. He like back around then.
My thing is like he's a real big fan of me, like a real big fan of me. And I didn't when people were telling me that, I didn't believe it. But the fucked up thing is that why would you that's infuriating. Look, okay, so being a bigger being a celebrity, right? Versus somebody who's like quasi known at best. It's like it's fucked up when you take something from them
Right.
because my rants don't do anything. It's like if you know you know thing. My shit can't dent anything. So he could do that shit and get away with taking my whole catalog and what could I do about it? So that's what's disrespectful about it. It's like, why wouldn't you hit me up and be like, yo, can you write me some more shit like this?
Right.
Can you write me some shit to say in the ring? Like,
Which
you know,
I know
why
he's
would you
done with.
not
He's
want
done with other
somebody-
rappers. I know he's done with other
He's done it with
rappers.
Esso.
Yeah,
He's done it with Esso.
Yeah.
Bro, Esso literally had been like he said in interviews and shit. He said, shout out to Esso, that's my man. He
Yeah.
said that he had been like chilling with his wife, and then he gets a text, and then all of a sudden he's got to get out of bed. Now he's writing wrestling bars. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I remember seeing that. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah,
wrestling's a weird world.
Oh, but you know what though? I also wonder if back when me and Esso had any type of issue, if he was like, "Yo, fuck paying copy, just say his shit." Like maybe John Cena was like, "Yo, maybe we should get him, pay him or something." All right, so
I
here's
don't know.
crazy.
That doesn't seem like the little bit I know of him. He seems like he's seems. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on his behalf.
Seems like what, like not a douchebag or
No,
a
Esso
douchebag?
seems he's got a really good
Oh,
reputation.
Esso, no, Esso's cool as fuck. I thought you meant
Yeah.
Cena.
Oh no,
Esso's
Cena
cool
is
shit.
funny.
I fuck
Cena's
with
kind of
Esso.
become like growing up around here. Like it was everybody had an Aerosmith story. Everybody knew somebody who knew a member of Aerosmith. Now that's become
Right.
Cena because like one of my bosses used to babysit him as a kid, and like someone I know was his trainer at Springfield when he was in college. And everybody's got a John Cena story, and they're usually all him being a good guy. All the Marky Mark stories are all him kind of doing something douchey but hilarious. So that's the joy of living in New England.
Yeah. Here's the crazy part, and Mark Wahlberg is way more likable. Like I want to hear those douchey stories.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and yeah.
But it is what it is, man. It is. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of flattering, but it's also really fucked up when he's saying the shit. But it's also my fault because I don't copyright my music. You know, jokes on me, right? So I couldn't really do shit. Like I went to lawyers, and they were like, there was nothing you could do. Like even just because an upload date does not stand up in court. You know what I'm saying? Even though like my upload date was like for the song that he took the line from, I should have been on YouTube for like, I don't know, 8 years, some shit like that.
WWE, they've got their lawyer, no pushover. That dude likes to win in court, and he likes to make the court cases go on a long time. So
yeah, because you drain the pockets because it costs money to keep going to court. Yeah, who's lawyer?
I'm not going to say I'm going to say allegedly because I'm saying this, but I follow wrestling pretty closely, and it's always been Vince's lawyer or the lawyer for the company, whatever. I know that Vince has had some pretty big victories in court.
Yeah, you know he's vicious if he's the WWF guy. Yeah, I would not have yeah. Like here's the thing, right? Yeah, it's just fucked up. It's fucked up, but yo, here's the other thing. So with that said, I've got Cena's, and I was gonna send him a copy of the album. And I was asking Ryan at the label, I was like, you think this is too much? He's like, yeah. He's like, it might be like they might start getting worried and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think it's funny. Like, I think it's the perfect mental shit to do to him. Like, the least I could do. Like, I'm definitely not coming to his crib, but like, just to have copyright records being sent there. Like, bro, you know how great is that, motherfucker? It's the motherfucker that you bit from, and look, the record's coming right to your house.
I know it's so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, shit's crazy, man.
Yeah. So
but I do want to.
Yep.
Hey, edit some of this out. But
yeah, I was gonna say, I got you. Don't worry.
It's crazy, and it's also a lot of shit is public information that people aren't aware of. Like you could type
house real estate transactions are all public information.
Yeah, vote all the voting, your name and number and shit, and your party and shit on there because voting and shit. But yeah, onto
let's get to something I don't have to edit out. So let's talk about this other record that I got here. I've been meaning to ask you about this one. Is this an official release? This one you have with because I got this. I think I got this from Europe, and it's numbered. And I've been wondering. It's like 322 out of 500. I was wondering, you were involved with the release of this?
Yeah. So look. So okay. So shout out to Tough Kong, and shout out to Asia. I was the first rapper in the States to do something with Tough Kong. You know how now everybody's got something with them?
Yep.
I literally was the first one to reach out to him and be like, yo, shouldn't say. So we put that out because we did that album when I was living in LA or the Bay, and we never got to finish it. So it was sitting around for a long time and I liked it, but I felt like people needed to hear it because a lot of it was super dope. The songs aren't mixed. But yeah, it's official, man. It's an
It sounds
official
dope.
one.
I mean, it's like I played it today. I played it actually a lot, and it sounds dope. It's like there's no like drop off in quality for anybody when he says it's not like mastered or whatever. I would definitely recommend
Yeah.
checking this one out.
So basically, I had like the 8 songs that me and Asia had did on a CD, and I thought I lost them. So then over time, I saw the CD. I saw a backup copy of it, and I was like, That's when I realized I wanted to put it out. And I formatted and sequenced the album and shit. Not like I did, not like it's fucking, but it's cool. I fuck with it. We're gonna do an album where we get to really, really do it and finish it up and shit like that. When that shit dropped, what year is on the back of that?
It says 2018, or maybe I
Yeah.
don't have my glasses on. I think it's 2018.
So, and we really recorded that before my grandma like had cancer. Like we did that like 2012. So that shit was old when it dropped. But yeah, I want to do some shit with Asia, like fresh shit. Cause see, that's the thing. He writes on the spot. He doesn't. All of it is all energy in the studio. Everything is new. It's not like he's coming with rhymes and shit.
Yeah.
So it's fun working. Working.
I'm on my back porch, next to a black forest full of animals, tracking a snack for after I'm captured from backwards, rapping a rapture, cracking a backwoods, rapping some wax good. I'm a slightly salty cracker, eating lightly salted crackers that seem lightly as a practice on a nicely pressed mattress. So it lasts half a cat piss if I actually had to scrap with half of the rabid rat squids that are drafted and crafted by an imagination as drastically overreactive as this. Either way, I'm captive, cause I'm laughed at if I act reactive. If not, I get whacked with a bat by some half crab, half giraffe that came to pass in a dream I had in the weeks past. After I got to overeating what I thought was a weak batch from my stash of weed snacks that are supposed to help me relax. But I started to see tracks every time there'd be a bumblebee pass. Everything moves slow, then it would suddenly be fast. If I don't ease back, I may start to seize back into a disease sack of anxiety, macaroni and cheese craft singles with no one to mingle with. It's just a simple winter kid who lives off a different grid, you dig? But did I misprint this critical equipment list? I wasn't ready for a night quite as brisk as this, so I better slip a hint into my mistress's Christmas list for a crisp new mink. Hopefully she reminisces my existence. If I live through this cluelessness, thoughts over obtrusiveness, why am I so stupid? Shit, these shrooms may have to do with it. Or could I be truly losing it, confusing the usefulness of a healthy use of triple self-abusiveness?
Solution. My bad.
No, it's all good, man.
I'm talking and shit, and then I realized I'm like, damn, he's not saying it. I don't know what shit.
It's all good. What were we talking about? Playing with Asia. You say you're hoping to do another project with him?
Yeah. We definitely are. Yeah.
What? So, are there
He
any?
just said something on Twitter.
Yeah, you said.
Well, no, go ahead. No, he was just saying he wanted to make a second one on Twitter. That's my bro. If he's down to make the album, I definitely am, because that's not a true representation of, like I said, that's like, it's just not mixing all that. But what were you gonna say?
What?
But I do love the album though.
Are there any lost songs that you have, like collaborations that have never seen the light of day, or stuff that almost happened that didn't happen, like anything like that?
Yeah, let me think though. Hold on. I mean, like, okay, so the whole thing where people thought I was about to get signed to Rockefeller, that's not true. But Just Blaze wanted to sign me to Fort Knox.
Oh,
And this is
word.
right when he signed Saigon and shit. Yeah, and
Love
I mean, I
Saigon.
turned him down. Yeah, Saigon's dope, man. Shout out Saigon. I turned him down because my manager, my manager basically recommended I turn the deal down and shit. Because really, what he's thinking probably is his percentage, and he's like, okay, just doesn't have
Yeah.
bread like that. But but to me, that's fucked up because man, that would have been still slick, bro. See, that's fucked up. That's what you can't let. You got to remember your manager works for you, even though he would say shit like that, but that's still like a mind trick. Okay, I'm gonna say it just so you think that. Because, bro, why wouldn't you? That shit is stupid, bro. Just Blaze is better than no Just Blaze.
Right. Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
then you get like, bro, Just Blaze, bro. That would have been a sweet ass look. So anyway,
Just
yeah.
Blaze
So
bought a
that
couple of my
happened.
t-shirts. He bought a couple of t-shirts I designed, and I've been telling everybody that. So like if I ever did a song with him, people get really sick of
Well,
hearing about it.
so let me tell you how the whole shit went. Right, this is back when AIM was a thing, right?
Yeah.
Instant Messenger.
Yeah.
And I used to talk to Sycamore, DJ Sycamore from Brooklyn and
I
shit.
remember
Shout
him.
out.
Yep.
Yeah, matter of fact,
Diamonds Are Forever.
me and Catalyst are on one of his mixtapes and shit. We opened one of them up with a freestyle on the Tough Love beat, the Young Guns beat. So anyway, he was setting me up on AIM, talking about, imagine this scenario, you're signed, your label mates with Saigon. They had Playing Skills was one of their, I think that was the like another one of the producers that was in house though, but they're not shit to me. But the thing that was crazy to me was Just Blaze hit me up on AIM and was quoting my lyrics from High Exalted to me. That's what was tripping me out.
Well, you got
Like
you
that,
got double XL. You got a double XL on that one, right?
I got only one. I got one XL, but they gave me one XL twice, so technically it does count for a double.
All right, sweet.
But
Because
nah,
that must have really put you on a lot of radars. Like it's like, I mean, I'm sure like Just Blaze is looking at all of those magazines, you know?
oh, you mean for the High Exalted shit? Yeah, now that
Yeah.
did well on Pitchfork. Like that did like high on Pitchfork and shit. Nah, for sure. I mean, Just Blaze is a head too. He's a hip hop head for sure. Like, bro, I'm the one that hooked up. Here, I got to toot my own horn and shit. But I'm the one that hooked up Just Blaze with Doom and shit for the
Oh, really?
remix. He was like, "How do I get a hold of Doom?" I was like, "Hold on, let me get Sadiq's number for you." You know what I'm saying? And got that shit together like ASAP. Man, I've done a lot of shit, bro. But like, bro, anyway, bro. I started a lot of people's careers and shit. And because I'm not a shark, I could have basically did what they ended up doing. And I'm like, oh, okay, they're playing it like a total hustle. I was helping you out, but you basically just like, but yeah, I'm glad I left the ends out though, even though you could edit it. Cause anyway,
Yeah, it's all good, man.
but here's the thing about when you do stuff nice just to be nice though, and that's why you do it because it makes you happy, then that's fine. If you're doing something because you want something in return, that's fucked up. But at the same token, like I look at something like RJ. RJ's way further in his career than me. Like, there's a lot of dumb shit I did in the past that hindered me. But the thing is, like, this dude won't even let me buy beats off him and shit. Like, buy beats. Like, bro, what is $4 grand, $5 grand? What's the ticket? He's like, yo, and this is his reason, right? Which doesn't make any sense because we've worked a lot since this incident occurred. He said somebody approached him at a show one time in Atlanta and like blew down on him and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he got nervous and shit. Bro. So and you could put that out there, like it's all good. RJ shouldn't be ashamed of the truth and shit. Like if he could tell me, he literally told me all this shit, bro. I'm like, yo, just a couple years ago, I'm like, bro, you sound. But she wanted to work with Freeway. Don't you know Freeway is from the streets of South Philly and shit? Don't you know how shit is? Like, bro, stop being a name game player. Motherfuckers only want to fuck with you when your name's hot and shit. That's really how it is. That's why I do more than Mass. Because like Doom and Price understood it completely. When Price is like, fuck fans, he's like, I don't give a fuck about a fan. Because it's just somebody who's like rooting for you one day. Like, bro, you can't care about it even if it's in a positive way, because then when it's gone, you'll be sad. So you really just got to be neutral on the whole shit. Anything more than just rapping inside of a circle in my neighborhood is a bonus because I never expected anything to happen from this. I was just having fun.
When was it that you realized it was going to be something more than that? Like, was there, because you were I mean, you were, when I first started getting into indie, into like underground rap, you were already established. Like, this was like, High Exalted, I think, was probably around the time it was coming out. So it's got to be a few years before that where you were feeling like you were coming up. Like, when was it that you kind of
Oh,
thought this was a real thing
once
for
like
you?
before, like 97, like, because basically me and Camus were like, we're not ready yet. We're not ready yet. We're not ready yet. We were like, we're almost tight enough to be like to drop shit nationally, but we're not ready yet. And all we did was battle. All we did was work on music. So we already knew from within our city, from the reaction of people, what was going to happen when other people outside the city heard us. Basically, it was at a point where everybody in the city was like, if y'all just do what you guys do here now, then there's no denying you guys. Like, it was like that. Like, the whole, like, motherfuckers were scared to battle. I used to go to the mall and just like try to reel people into battles, and nobody would battle. What? Because they used to have a public access on the open mics that we did, so people would see us destroying motherfuckers in
Oh,
the comfort of
really?
their own home. Yeah, and so we got known around the city and shit. Also, we would go to all the high schools and shit, and just pick battles and just dominate all the rap shit, take all the bitches, dominate all the rap shit, and anybody who was the rapper at that school became like quiet when we came around and shit and all that shit. Like, but like, so basically, before we started putting out music, we felt like that. But it wasn't until '97. Like, it took me 6 years. Like, I started in '91. It it took like 6 years to get good at it. You know what I'm saying? And then even then, when I listen to Table Scraps, there's hella things that I now view as flaws that I would do differently. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how it is being an artist, right? Where you constantly want to improve. But I mean, when we started, here's the thing, bro. When we were putting out those singles, I didn't think we were doing shit. I thought we were like, okay, we're on Funnel and we don't have no stickers, no cover art. Okay, cool. There's no real, we never really signed a contract. Okay, cool.
Right.
So, nobody really knows what these records are except for a selected few. We felt like we weren't really doing shit for real. Like, we didn't know the impact that we were making.
Right. And this
Especially,
was like very early days of the internet. So it wasn't like you really knew, you weren't getting that instant, gratification of people online telling you, getting
well,
that.
no, there was that. I stayed in people's Uggs like top 5 list and shit for like all that shit. But it's just like, you just don't know. Like, okay, I wouldn't expect Just Blaze to know my shit. You just don't know how many people are listening and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, that's crazy shit. Even about your shit right now, like, like, there's always more people. Like, okay, there's people whose job at major labels it is to just go on Instagram and find cool people, talented people, people with a bunch of numbers, all that shit. It's crazy who's paying attention, man. But I didn't feel like we were doing shit, man, for real, for a grip. I felt like, because look, me and Camus would go overseas and shit. Like, we went on tour with it was like the Roots, Last Emperor, Dilated, J5,
Oh,
Natural.
shit. What a monster tour.
It was our first time overseas and shit.
Jesus
And like,
Christ.
yeah, it was insane. But like, nobody was paying me and Camus to do songs with them. Like, everybody else was getting paid to rap on songs. We're like, yeah, me and Camus were just sitting in the corner. So we were freshmen for a long time. So we didn't know that we were having an impact like we were. Camus had ugly duckling syndrome as an artist. He thought nobody fucked with his shit. Like, and a lot of people didn't. Like, a lot of people weren't ready for it early
It
on.
sounds, because I played King of Hearts the other day. It sounds very modern. And obviously that record's over a decade old. Like, great, a lot more than that. And it sounds like it could have been recorded today. It's a real remarkable, piece of art and time. I love it.
It's crazy because yeah, it's like super punk, super new wave and shit, all this shit at once. And it's not even finished. Like that, it's not finished. He died in the middle of making it. So we don't even know what was actually going to come about and what else was going to be. But this shit is amazing. I fuck with it though, as it is. Like, I mean, it is what it is, right? You can't change it. So,
because I'd actually forgot about that. I knew that it wasn't finished years ago, but I forgot about that when I kind of rediscovered it in the past year, and it doesn't feel unfinished. I mean, to me, it feels like a masterpiece.
No, yep. And if it does feel like it's brand new, that's a crazy shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man. That kid had ideas, endless ideas. Endless ideas. He always liked 80s. Like, what song he liked that I was like, man, this song is some bullshit. that fucking Cardigan song, man, where they're in the fucking lake in the pond.
Love me. That song?
Bro, he loved the hell out of that song. And I'm like, bro, this song, you gotta get the fuck out of here with that song. That was his shit.
Come on, the
like,
Romeo and Juliet soundtrack. There was a different song on that soundtrack. I love the
they used to
Everclear
play
song.
the hell out of it. Yeah.
Local God by Everclear. I love that song.
Yeah. But so he I don't know if I'm hip to that, but definitely send me a link and shit. Yeah. Why is it like a guilty pleasure, like to where it's kind of like corny and shit?
Oh no, I liked Everclear a lot to a point, and then
Everclear. What other songs do they have?
Santa Monica was their big one. Run out, down on the West Coast. Whatever.
Wait. How's the good? Was it? Hold on, I'm about to look out or something like that. Hold on.
Man, they sang that song "Wonderful" too. That please don't tell me everything is wonderful. They sang that song too, which I'm hearing myself saying it and grimacing.
Oh man, I know I'm like that too. I'm tone deaf, so anytime I try to get a melody across to somebody, they're like, "Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was." Hold up.
I was when I first went to school. I was living right behind the Paradise Club in Boston. I was at BU, and Everclear was playing that day, and the guy from the band got off, and one of the girls standing there was like, "Wow, he looks way shorter in person." And he definitely heard that, and he was like really like pissed and kind of a dick to everyone. And then later that night, Drew Bledsoe jumped off the stage, and I believe really injured somebody. So it was a memorable night.
Sweet Box is your one-stop shop for all your band.
Hold on, I got to hear what this song is now. Isn't that funny that somebody could let something like that affect them and shit?
Yeah.
And in the grand scheme of things, like they won the lotto. This is their life is kind of to be public domain. You could be ridiculed or praised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. It's like fake ass Jane's Addiction. Like no. I'm just talking shit. Wait. Oh no, this shit is actually ill. Hold on.
Yeah. They had some more punky songs too that I really like. They have some good stuff and some stuff that I'm not so big of a fan of. But
hey, did you ever hear the song I did called ADHD?
Is it on the EP the EP with the Royce song on it?
Nah, it's like I was going through. It's like it's on Bloodbath and Beyond, which is kind of like.
Oh yes, I have heard that. Yeah, I have heard it then.
That was my Beach Boys. That was me trying to write a Beach Boys. That was like me trying to write like some Brian Wilson shit. You know what I mean? Like with the layered.
Are you singing? Oh, sorry. Go for it.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
Are you singing on the MTV song on?
No, that's Jason Rose. He's super dope, man. He's an artist at Man Bites Dog. Jay Rose. He can rap too, man. He's on it's a song with me. I want to say it's me, Chino, and Jay Rose and shit. He's dope as fuck, man. He's dope as shit. He actually, you ever heard the Megahertz song called Mechanical Me?
Yeah.
He produced that. That's his song. We just were like, yo, can we use it and add rapping to it? That was like their shit.
What was the story behind there being?
He was an What?
What's the story behind there being the two versions of the Gods, the English version and this version? Were you spending time over there? Or?
No, there was a lot of artists over there that I thought were dope, like Biggs. Yo, a lot of those rappers are super ill, man. Like, yeah, a lot of them are dope, man. And I was just trying to really showcase them, and also, me, you know, do my thing out there and shit. Even though I'm already like, yeah, well, just also because I liked the idea of tipping my hat to like the British, because they do like, okay, I'm a guest in hip hop, right? Yeah. I'm a white guy. So, and they're a super guest because they're fucking, but so it's like from a guest to a guest, you know what I mean? But also like, they got a lot of dope artists out there, man. Like, I've
always loved the Streets. Mike Skinner from the Street. I've been a fan of them since he first came out.
Yo, what's the one dude's name? Not Dizzy Rascal. God damn, what's this dude's name? No, this dude's been doing this shit forever, bro. And he used to have rolling papers as his merch. God, what the fuck is this dude's name? But anyway, I like when people rap in their original accents, like Cockney accents and shit. Like, I don't like when they try to sound American and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I used to like Lady Sovereign. I used to fuck with Lady Sovereign for real. I like the way she
I used to love Lady Sovereign is dope too. What is it? So like you've done, I had yesterday, I had just your like radio on like Spotify. It was playing a lot of songs. I heard a lot of songs that I hadn't heard, like stuff you've done with people before. I thought I heard one where the other raps were in German. Is that, have you worked with artists where they were rapping in different languages before?
Yeah, yep,
What's that experience like?
man. I really mostly it was like sending the stuff. There's a few songs that me and Camus did over there, but like they lay their shit after we leave or whatever. Either way you slice it, like Creatively Wise. That's probably what you heard. Creatively Wise. Those are the dudes that claim they wrote the "I'm a Barbie girl"
Oh,
in the studio session. Like these are like hip hop dudes, and they're like, yeah, we wrote. Like they
wrote
didn't
Aqua.
say it like this, but it came about that they wrote the Barbie girl song and shit. Well, Mr. Dibs, what's that fucked up song? What are they called? You'll always be my sunshine. What is that bullshit ass
Oh,
song?
please don't. The song from Go, the Please Don't. You my son, Steal My Sunshine by
Nah, not
Len.
that.
Oh,
Not that. It goes boom, no, no. But hold on, man. It's got this fucked up little break beat on there. Hold on, man. So anyway, that's Mr. Dibs and shit. So sometimes people make up shit, joking around that somebody else is like, oh, that's gonna be a hit.
yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is that? When I show you what this song is, you're gonna be like, oh, that fucking thing. Watch. Piece of shit ass song. Len. It's by Len.
That's the song I was singing. That's how bad of a singer I am.
Okay.
Yeah, the one I always remember that from Go, that movie Go. That was like, we want to be the rave version of Pulp Fiction.
Is that what that was? Is that what I never saw Go and shit.
It was sort of like that thing where it was like the whole order. It was like there was the stories interwoven, and it felt like it was. Yeah, I think the same guy did that. I think did Swingers, and I think he went on to do the Bourne movies. Maybe.
Oh yeah, John Navarro guy.
I think it was Doug Lyman. But yeah, he was the one who did it with them.
Word. Yo, it's crazy, man. So I'm a fan of Frank Oz and shit. Like Frank Oz is ill. Yeah, man. Yep. You fuck with him?
Oh yeah. It's funny, they don't want to. I heard recently that they don't want to hire him to do stuff for Disney anymore. I don't know why, but like
because he won't go along with the bullshit that they want them to do. They'll do shit. They'll have Kermit doing shit that is real uncharacteristic and shit. Like his tone is like darker now and shit and all cynical. And like he wouldn't go for that shit. Or probably he wants to. They want to hire people that are like geeked and happy to be there so they could pay him and fuck him over.
Right.
And they know that Oz has been around and he'll tell other people how to handle their business and shit. Probably just an all bad look for them.
That's like every time the Simpsons have to renegotiate with the voice artist, it's like, oh my god, it's a painful 8 months of press,
God, yo, yeah, because the motherfuckers they're like, look, do you want to keep doing the show? Especially the one dude who does like Mo and all those, like all this shit. It's like, yo, do you want to? They could just pull the plug, go on strike and shit, and the Simpsons will just be fucked up. It'll be Maggie and fucking Bart.
Maggie sucking on a pacifier. Do you still watch The Simpsons?
So many episodes, not actively and on purpose, but if I catch an episode, I'll watch it. But I was about to ask you, did you ever catch it when it was like the Tracy Ullman little short?
Yeah, well, I grew up like without cable, so I was like, as soon as they did the Christmas one, that's when I was on and fully in. I was in like 5th grade, so I just don't think I had Tracy Ullman show, or maybe I just had it, didn't know it. I lived in a kind of a not a lot of TV household.
The show kind of sucked if you were a kid. Like to me, the show was boring because like she got a British accent doing comedy and shit.
I think I probably would prefer Gary Shandling. I used to love his show.
That was my shit, bro. I love Gary Shandling and Larry Sanders. Yeah. But yo, I was just about to say it's the opposite. Like, I guess that's rude to say, but whatever. Gary Shandling is a shit. That joke didn't go over well, but I just said
that's all right.
That sounded really fucked up. But no, Gary Shandling and Larry Sanders, man, bro, that show's incredible, man.
I know it's yeah. There's a documentary on HBO about Gary Shandling.
I seen it, man. He thought that it's fucked up after he beat cancer. Like he thought after he became zen and more calm that he wasn't funny anymore. He thought that he lost it. Like, bro, he's so. Who used to write for him is Apatow.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because Apatow made that documentary, I think.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah. That dude hustled his ass off. Apatow was someone who wasn't going to take no for an answer. That guy was out there from day one, just trying to make shit happen for himself.
he's been in the game for a long time, man. Like, and doing good shit, like writing. And I didn't know this until semi recently. Like all the people that he like wrote for or wrote with, I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see a documentary called Too Funny to Fail?
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
that shit's amazing.
That was about the Dana Carvey show, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
The
fucking,
joke about Clinton.
the clip of Homer. Well, oh yo, wait. If we talk about that, we got to talk about how ill fucking Norm Macdonald is for all the crazy shit he did. Did you ever see the thing called Norm Macdonald Balls of Steel?
I
And it's just him like, man, I'm about to send it to you. It's him on The View calling Bill Clinton a murderer and shit, saying it's a matter of record.
I have
But he
seen
does
that.
it. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man, that shit's amazing.
He's that dude. I saw him perform once, and it was absolutely amazing. He's
Damn.
Just He had Fred
Damn,
Stoller
bro.
open for him, which was cool too. So
yeah.
yeah.
I never saw Norm. I've seen real quick though, that shit was funny on the Home Improvement commercial that aired right before their thing, because they would always have a sponsor. You know what I'm talking about? The moment
Yes.
where they're I think I'm gonna die, and they're like, tonight they were like right after the Kentucky Fried Chicken or whatever the sponsor was.
Yeah.
Yo, it's funny that on the last episode of the season, their fucking sponsor was like a mom and pop takeout place. Like they kept dwindling. They couldn't find a sponsor at the end of it. Yo, but it was cool though, because even though he went out in a blaze of glory, he didn't do the church lady, he didn't sing, he didn't do the hits and all that shit. He did something different. The whole thing was the fucking time slot is just awful for that, bro. And on top of bro, 8 or 9, like they're on your ass. But anyway, a lot of that shit was fucking hilarious, man. Yeah. Oh, the Clinton shit with the tits, with the thirds, with the that's what you're talking about with the
I'm actually trying to remember what it was. There was a joke they told about Clinton. There was one of the first jokes that I can't remember the details, but it was like one of the first jokes that they told, and it was
Aren't they in the White House at like during it and shit or something? Like, is it with an impression or are they just
I forget. I just remember, I kind of half remember the anecdote, but like it was where they basically instantly sunk themselves out the gate in terms of like losing the support of the network and like the sponsors and all that shit.
Yeah, man. Look, same thing without a label, right? Like if the person who signs you or is like run shit doesn't like you, man, your shit's doomed. It's like the manager or the owner's son not liking you. Like he's about to get you the fuck out of there. That's the crazy part. Yo, but it's dope that Steve Carell. I didn't know that Steve Carell was an understudy of the other way around. Steve fuck man, 40-year-old virgin.
Is that Steve Carell and Colbert?
Steve Carell was an understudy of Colbert. Yeah, Carell was an understudy of Colbert. I didn't know
they were both on Daily Show together for years.
Well, they were at Second City
in Chicago.
Together. Yeah, man. Yo, and that's super. That makes a lot of sense, man. Yo, Carell's one of the funniest people, man.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Brick. If you look at Brick Tamlin, all the performances from the first one, man, shit's so funny.
I'll tell you though, I'm usually one that someone's like, "Give me the sequel. I don't care if it's bad. I still want it." But Anchorman 2 is a rough set.
Like, I saw it in movies, and I agree. It's got a couple funny moments because they want it to be funny, but it's just not.
And the whole lighthouse thing doesn't really land. Still better than Dumb and Dumber 2, though. That I didn't make it 20 minutes into that, and I was like, I'm tapping out.
Yeah. That I refused to watch.
Yeah.
Just because I saw what they were doing, and I was like, no, man. I was like, this is like an adult coming into a room like of teenagers trying to do like act like a clown. I'm like, this is like past the time. Yo, you guys should have did this a long time ago. Here's what I heard. I heard that the brother Solomon was supposed to be, that script was supposed to be Dumb and Dumber 2 originally. Because it's the Ferry brother. Yeah, that movie's hilarious, dude. You've seen the Brother Solomon?
I saw it years ago. I would see everything like that back in the day, but I probably smoked some of it away.
Have you seen Hot Rod?
Hot Rod to me is great, but Pop Star is the one with the Andy Samberg movie. Pop Star to me is one of my favorite movies.
I gotta see that, bro.
It slays me. It's so funny.
Why does the title remind me of Superstar with the one
the Saturday Night Live one?
Yeah, man.
This is him. It's him and the Lonely Island guys, and it's basically just kind of like a fake documentary sort of movie about their
fake group. but they're like,
Yeah,
yo,
called the
that's
Style Boys, and they're sort of like the Beastie Boys. And some they kind of like, I don't know, it's great. There's tons of great cameos in it. It's fucking hilarious.
yeah, that sounds dope. It's called Pop Star.
Yeah, Pop Star. And there's a second part of the title too, but I don't remember what that is. Do you remember Fear of a Black
You've
Hat?
seen I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, right?
Oh God, I actually there's a song on the
Yeah,
on
of
my
course.
album
Yeah.
on the EP called "The Door or the Window," and I was talking about that movie last night with Pillsy because it's basically a reference to that movie where
Yeah.
they're like the door, the stair, the window, whatever. And I was like, it works better with a door for the song, but that's where it was inspired from.
So that movie was real. I remember that movie being real big, and it was an indie movie, and it was a black movie and shit. And it was, but I never seen it. I never ever saw it. I just like know about it and shit. And I
What
know
Fear
it's
of a Black Hat?
Yeah. Should I watch it? I should watch it.
Yeah,
Huh?
I just watched it again not long ago, and I laughed my ass off. There's a few jokes in it that really fucking killed me, but I recommend it. So,
Have you seen the Kentucky Fried Movie?
not in years, but I remember. Yes, that's actually kind of inspires the film that I'm working on because it's going to be very. I'm doing a film to go with my album coming out next year, and it's kind of inspired by that and the randomness of it. But
Man, let me do some acting if need be, man.
Yeah, well, you're on one of the songs we did together is already on the. I have an album called Drinking Songs for Children. It's mixed, it's mastered, it's all done. But I'm making a video for every song and a film to go with it. And we have a song we did about tripping, on that, where we actually shout out Brian Wilson and stuff, and that's gonna be on that. So I will be making a video for that song. I have some ideas, but it's coming. So you'll be hearing about that at some point.
So look, have a coloring book to come out with that, and then have a little pack of crowns, like a 5-pack, but each crown like title named after a beer or some shit. Like
that's a good
one
idea.
of them is Heineken and it's green. That's actually dope though. Drinking songs for children that's what it's called.
That was the name I came up with like years ago, and then I quit rapping for a decade, and I came back and I'm like, we're finishing this album. So went out and I got Raz Cass on it, I got Elza, Young Dirty Bastard, Cool Keith, Esoteric, Mac Lethal. So I went all out on that one. So
you got Elza is one of my favorites, man. That's somebody I want to work with that I've not worked with yet.
Amazing. I can't believe he's top 5 for me. I don't get how he's not bigger.
He's incredible. Yeah. He's always been incredible. Like, so I like you ever listen to Welcome to Detroit, the JD album and shit? So are you looking for me under a rock, a bush, or a tree? That like ever since that, I've been like, like this dude's amazing. This dude's super dope. Detroit has a lot of real good MCs pound for pound.
Do.
So does Philly, New York, and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And Columbus. I'm not gonna lie. Like, damn, it's like me, Logic Chakai, T.H.E, Camus. It's a lot of other people and shit that I'm forgetting.
Speaking of Midwest, do you ever have any memories from Scribble Jam? I don't remember seeing you on those DVDs.
I remember I got my ass beat. Because I didn't do a song with Icon the Mic King and shit. I thought that he was corny and shit, but he had already sent the money. So either way you slice it, But I just had no business trying to fight, and I was so to kill it up. Yo, shout out to my brother though, Pumpkinhead, arch rival, and Debut were drinking hella tequila that night. Oh, I got my ass served though. And then I'm gonna keep it this funky. Here's the funny part. Then I slept in my car. I was so fucked up and so drunk, man. I woke up in my car my girl's car like 6 a.m. or some shit. Like my car was still running, bro. It was Taco Bell wrappers everywhere. I was bloody. I didn't understand like why I was all fucked up. I was like, yo, yeah, it was bad. I was blacked out. That's when I used to have blackouts. But also on the upswing, now that I knocked the obvious thing out the way, I remember seeing some real dope performances and being a part of some. Like I remember I seen Slug, man. This was real dope to me. This is how I knew Slug was a real MC and a real performer. Because people love him, like they'll just like eat up anything he does. But he was telling the crowd, and he knows that though. He's telling the crowd, he's like, don't say shit, make me earn it. And he was serious though. He's saying the shit while he's rapping, like not getting sued by what they're saying, because it's easy to just like fall into the drink your own Kool-Aid shit. Yeah, I've seen some.
I saw them get booed once. I was at an Atmosphere show once, and I think I remember this right, where they toured with a full band, and some people in the crowd weren't having it. And I was like, they sounded amazing, And it was like, it was one of the weirdest
What
experiences.
city was it? Do you know?
It was in Providence. So I
Do you know
remember
what
Mac
city?
Lethal was opening because it was when he was on Rhyme Sayers.
Oh,
So,
you know what? Yeah, yeah, that's fucked up. Was it the Providence? Is it the one by is it the venue by like a beach kind of sort of and shit? It's like mad
I think it was a
you
Strand,
know,
maybe. It
word.
might have
But
been Lupo's, what like the newer Lupo's. I don't know. I'm actually going to Providence tomorrow night for a show, but I haven't been there in years.
so some people are very, very, very I'm okay, so like if the band sounds like I'm gonna just say it, if the band sounds like fucking the Roots, like Questlove hitting a rim shot instead of like the drums being there and being like aggressive, I don't like to hear it too. So maybe it was somebody who was like that, but you still don't boo the shit though. He's
Yeah.
probably drunk, dude. Here's the thing. You ever read the book, The Four Agreements?
No.
That book's amazing. So anything that anybody does is not a personal attack on you, it's a reflection of them, which is stuff that we all know,
Right.
but
Yep.
it's just stuff to keep
Projection.
in mind. Like that dude probably just had a fucking shitty, you know what I mean? Like whatever. Yeah. But yo, you know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever been booed, man. Not a real boo. Like the
Yeah.
motherfucker in the battle trying to like act like he's like, but fuck people though. Yo, Slug, let me tell you another memorable memory about Scribble Jam. I remember Slug back before I really knew him. He's like, man, he's like, you're trying to blow. He's like, you're trying to. It was just me and him talking, right? Like getting a drink at the bar. He's like, you trying to blow up, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, he said something. I think he said something else, but basically, it took me years to realize what he was saying was just do what you do, and everybody will come to you. Because this is before uh fucking Rick Rubin tried to buy, and you know he tried to buy Ron Sayers, right?
No, I never heard that story.
He approached him. Yeah. He tried to buy Ron Sayers and they wouldn't do it.
Wow.
And this is before I dropped my second album and shit, because I remember reading about it in some rap magazine. It was some Atmosphere interview, but yo, that shit is solid, man. That's so dope, man.
Yeah.
I really
It's
look up to Slug, man.
yeah.
And Sadiq and everybody over there. And rest in peace, Idea. But the
Yeah.
way they
He
run their
passed away.
label,
He passed away 2 days ago. It was the 16th of October. He passed away. The anniversary just came up. So rest in peace, Idea.
Rest in peace, Mikey, man. Here's the reason. Yeah, bro. That's just crazy. So look, when I was living out in the Bay, right before he passed, I would always go to Berkeley and shit because it's dope. They got Amoeba music. It's just real dope.
Yeah, I love
And
Amoeba. Yeah.
And Rasputin and shit.
Yeah,
So
spent a
there
lot of
was
money
this
there.
dude working at the. Yeah, for sure. Bro, I found Nirvana. I still have the CD case at least. Decepticide, the little EP that's hard to find and shit.
Yeah.
Man, I found a lot of shit over there.
Incesticide is my
That's when I
favorite
first-
Nirvana album. That's on my list of vinyl that I'm trying to get when I can find it at a decent price. That's my favorite end-to-end Nirvana album.
Isn't it? Yeah, that's just yeah.
It's a rarities. I think it's all like rarities.
Nah,
and shit.
Yeah, this kind of art is super dope. So like I remember this one dude who was working at this bar because he was from the Midwest and shit, and people from the Midwest, you know. And he was telling me about Mikey a little bit before any of that happened. So the shit fucked me up. And here's the thing, like when he was, man, it's something about when people really get into Cobain's music, because I had sniffed heroin like maybe once or twice and just really did not like it. Because I was doing a lot of pills before that, and I couldn't find pills and shit. So I was doing like 3 perk 30s a day.
Yeah.
Maybe there might be a bunch of 10s added to that and shit, but depending on the day. So like I realized though when people get into Cobain, because it happened to me and shit, motherfuckers start wearing flannel shirts and wanting to do heroin and shit. So honestly, man, like not to laugh at that shit, but I was concerned, you know what I'm saying? Because the bartender was just like, you know what I mean? But anyway,
you start hearing things.
So I say that to say this. I did a freestyle when Mikey passed, and a whole bunch of people gave me a shit about it. Like they acted like I was trying to benefit off his death or some shit. No, they don't, and people don't even know that I had been trying to reach out to him.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. People don't understand. That's the fucked up thing about doing shit. As an artist, people could just say what they want.
And a narrative's creative, and that's the narrative. It's insane. It's like, and you don't have to get too, because I'm you know, I do a little bit of stuff with artists, but I'm on the outskirts of the industry. You don't have to get too far in to realize how easy it is for narratives to get distorted. It happens all the time.
And then the fucked up thing is they use like musically, this is a caricature or a cartoon to me, or in most cases, just a line that I thought was dope or funny, and I wanted to say it, even if it doesn't apply to me, I'm going to say it anyway before somebody else says it.
Right.
These are just like writing a sitcom, you know. These are just scenarios, just to get the line off and shit. A lot of people like really think that they know you. Okay, cool. I really planned on better lighting, man.
No, it's all good.
Like,
you're not the worst that I've had.
You know what I got at the crib? I got the shit that the little podcast little ring shit.
Oh, the ring light, yeah. I got one of those in my basement. I don't know why I'm not using it either.
They're dope, bro. They're actually dope and shit. But it's like you're cheating because you're like, all right, my skin looks really good right now. My teeth look really white.
Yeah.
You're like, all right. You feel like you're on some you feel like you got makeup and shit, like you're on like ABC and
yeah, I know.
And
there is now in Zoom, there is a button you can hit that touches up your appearance. Oh, it's just a little slider, and I could just watch the bags under my eyes go away and come back as I slid it back and forth yesterday.
Yo, what if they had one where it created baggage under your eyes to make you look like you were working harder and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Ron, he's burning the midnight oil.
I know. It's crazy, man. I don't even leave the house. Basically where I'm sitting right now is where I spend most of my life. Like, I work from here, I do my other work from here, and it's like, this is like where I go. I'm not a big leave the house type person.
You see, I have to get up when I wake up. I have to get up like a buffer and shit. I have to get out the house real quick, even if I just come back, even if I don't know where I'm going, just to like. Yeah. Otherwise, I just feel like otherwise I'll just stay in the bed. I think that's what it is, and that's, you know. A lot of me being at home, I'll just want to go in my bed. I'm like, man, I could sleep, because I'm the type of person I could sleep anytime. And this is even before I smoked weed. Like, I could sleep like the whole day and shit. I have really good sleep and really good dreams and shit. It's just always a good experience for the most part. What about then? Sometimes you have nightmares. I'll have nightmares, like real fucked up shit, to where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not trying to sleep.
Yeah, I get that if I when I used to be a really heavy weed smoker and I quit smoking weed, I would get some really. I remember I have a notebook where I wrote them down. I got some really messed up dreams.
Oh yeah. They're vivid. They're vivid as fuck too when you first. And
and you get like full body sweats sometimes. It's like, holy shit! Like, what was it? What's happening?
It sucks though. It does suck, man. But you know what's crazy though? Because I did this. I went for like a month without weed because I wasn't allowed to smoke it at first when I caught this new case and had this new probation before we appealed it and got the right to smoke medical marijuana. So for a month I wasn't smoking, but I actually really liked it, man. I was very sharp.
Very quickly.
Really, I want to get back to that.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. It's almost like I'm such an asshole for the first 2-3 days that I really just have to isolate so that I don't project and be an asshole to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, you're just a little bit more on edge, and it feels like you have like a low grade flu. It's you know, I mean, people have dealt with much worse, but it's still fucking annoying. Right. You know, it's like it doesn't prevent it from not being annoying.
So here's how I look, like kind of how I liken it, because I like to sleep and I like how weed helps me sleep, but without weed I have shitty sleep. But then I have the theory that, well, if you can't sleep, then why can't you just sit there and just like write or do something, like, you know what I'm saying? The type of shit that I can do is just involves moving my hand, like drawing a picture or writing or some shit. Like, you could do that like cramped up somewhere. Like, you don't need a lot of space to do that. So I like to call my bluff on bullshitting a lot, even though I do bullshit a lot, and just it creates more negative self-talk because I'm catching myself in the snare of it, and I'm like, we'll do something about it.
Like, what is your writing process like? Like, because it feels like you kind of do things in like bursts. Do you really have to be in like the right like frame of mind, and then it's just like go, and then you crash, or is it how do you go about it?
I have to want to do it because I've been doing it for so long. Like, sometimes sometimes when I think about it, there's just no incentive, and like just simply creating something dope. I've got to be like kind of happy to do it. I've kind of got to be in a good mood to create. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's mostly what it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do this. Right? I'm so whatever I do in cycles of my day, sometimes it'll dictate like days to come. Like, if I bullshit for day 1 and day 2, Then day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 will just be me all, oh shit, you're doing it more. Oh, it's getting worse. You know, it's like, and it's like, all you got to do is just stop and just do something. But
Right.
sometimes I think that's just me smoking a lot of weed and just being lazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Because, bro, then I do a bunch of yard work and shit. And I'm like, you need to stop being lazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It feels
so a
so
lot of
good
it is
once you
just-
start getting your body moving, and that gets your mind moving, and then it's like there's definitely I've been dealing with kind of a little health issue. I haven't been able to work out for a month, and I just got back to it the other day, and I feel like a whole different person. It's
yeah, no, going to the gym every day, it's great for your it's what's on whatever, I'm not gonna do that.
That's all right.
It's good for my mental health. It's conducive, is that it? Yeah, conducive to my mental
That's
health.
what I thought you were
It's
saying.
only-
I almost bailed you out.
Mushrooms motherfucking make me think that a word that really exists doesn't exist, and also the pronunciation of it. Because I'll be like, wait, is that you ever like look at the word like green, like be real fucking be like, look at that word, are you sure that's spelled right? And you're like, well, goddamn, yeah, it's green. It's like the most
Yeah.
common. Then you're really think this is like some real, like a lot of fucking.
You do the thing where like you start saying your own name over and over again, and you start sounding just like not even a word. like
Right, exactly. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I have to be motivated mostly by, I have to be in the mood to create. Like when I was younger, if I was depressed, I'd make these depressed songs and shit. Now I just won't fucking do that. I'm like, fuck this art shit, fuck that pen. I'm not dealing with any of that shit. Like you're not like, I'm not gonna create. It's almost like me being self-destructive, or like me being like, no, you're not even gonna make a diamond out of this coal. You're just gonna deal with the coal. It's not even. We're not gonna turn this into lemonade. You're just gonna deal with those lemons and shit. It's really just like kind of self-destructive behavior, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, that's part of being an artist too.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. Really, I psyching yourself out into like thinking about doing something for so many fucking days or hours before you do it when you just could have had it done. That shit is something that I fall victim to a lot.
That's a very ADHD thing too. It's one of those things where almost the more time you have, the worse you use it. That was something that I've dealt with a lot. That if I had too much time, I'd use it terribly. If I had a little bit of time, I'd use it really well.
Yep, exactly. Because I'll bullshit until the 11th hour, then I'll be like, all right, cool, now you got to go do it, and then you're mad at yourself and projecting because you're rushed and shit, and your shit's not. Yeah, I like to be prepared with shit. So sometimes, yeah, I don't know, man. That's a long-winded answer, but it definitely. Here's the thing: anytime I sit down and just like try to write something, like I'll end up like getting the shit done and liking what I write. So sometimes I'll just be thinking that writing sounds like fucking work. It just sounds like horrible. But then when you start doing it, it's actually fun. And it's like anything else. I'm like that with chores, bro. I'm like that with doing shit in my house. I'm like, oh shit, no, I want to put cabinet handles on all the fucking things. It's just like I psych myself out into shit. But yeah, but definitely the spurts thing you called though, and a lot of times it'll be like I ran out of my Adderall, and then I get Adderall, and I'm like, all right, yeah. Well, like 4 verses or 5 verses and shit because I haven't rapped for like 2 weeks.
I was telling Pillsy on the last episode of tape last night that this whole EP that I'm putting out is all because my medication was changed. I couldn't get the time release Ritalin anymore, so they gave me the regular Ritalin. And then that weekend I wrote like 10 songs, and there was like, and most of them were good enough to like sort of be worked on through it. And I'm like, this really what EP is due to a change in medication, or the shortage of time release Adderall in America has produced this EP. No. Fucking strange.
And it's crazy. There was there you go, big pharma back in your face. Yo, that would be that's a dope marketing for anyway. Like drop this shit off at the fucking drugstores and shit and blow their shit up, have like flyers everywhere there.
That's a good idea.
See, I did Ritalin and that shit the Ritalin had me acting crazy. Like that's, bro, I caught a burglary charge. That picture where I'm menacing through like stairs and shit with no shirt on and a blunt. That's because gave me like 3 of his Ritalin, and I was out of Adderall, and because they were like 10 milligram lower, appeared to be lower in milligram dosage compared to Adderall, how Adderall is, because I take 30s. That shit had me crazy. I took like 3 10s or whatever the fuck they were. bro, I was swinging those scooters around. I went out drinking with my friends and just like Iris could buy it and just was doing a bunch of asshole shit. I was swinging those gray scooters around, like pushing them all down. I was throwing rocks. Like, dude, I was acting like a fucking child. And like the next day, bro, I shaved my beard off. I was doing a bunch of weird shit. Like, bro, I lost my phone and I was like, it's this Ritalin, bro.
Yeah. Ritalin and
fucking
alcohol is a
stupid
tough
as
mix
fuck,
too,
like-
because it keeps you drinking more. Like, because Ritalin definitely helps you drink more.
Yeah. It's definitely what people look for in coke. But the thing was, I wasn't used to Ritalin. I was thinking that it was gonna, like, okay, so you don't really get the what the fuck, stimulation feeling from Ritalin. I feel like you just get like rush shit. You just start doing shit. Do you feel like that, or am I?
I've noticed that because I think people have pretty different responses to different medications, because they put me
That's
on
very
stuff
true,
that was
too, though.
very small. They're like, there's no way you should have a negative response, and I was like, I couldn't get out of bed for a day, and they're like, that's not scientifically logical. I'm like, it's what happened. And so like, I think everybody is a little different, but
It's gonna be my new album. It's gonna be all brought to you by mental health. You know what's crazy, real quick before you go, the shit that like, because I'm like a fan of Bukowski's work.
Yes.
Not really like all him, like the beating women and all that shit. That's something else.
yeah.
But like if Bukowski's words, like if he wasn't a poet and that was just some dude at the post office, like you wouldn't give a fuck about it. You would think that he was like a lowlife.
Right.
But like it's funny what art can do to, but yeah, it's funny what art can do to like scum. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
Included. Like once it's put into, it's just like how the FCC will find you for just saying shit, but like if it's put into an artistic way, they won't.
Right.
But bro, yeah, thanks for having me, man.
No problem. Thanks for doing this, and thanks for being on
Thank
the
you for
EP.
having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You got to deal with now, so the interview may the interview may not have flowed as
Fortunately,
smoothly
I've
as I
experienced
would've
with
liked,
both,
but
and I'm a pretty good editor, so I can clean this
Okay,
up a little
cool.
bit.
you know what? I'm a fan of the mess, man. I kind of like the mess, man. Leave it a little messy, like
right.
make it a little ghetto. Make it a little ghetto.
Right.
I know every time you're like done with the piece of art, whether it's music or visual shit, it's always right. So take your time, bro.
I appreciate it, man. So thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure having you and working with you. Look forward to doing some more work.
My brother, thank you, bro. Have a great night. I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, you too, man. Peace.
Some motherfucking dubbing out here. You feel me? You riding today. You riding this? Yeah. We got Soma. We got pills. We got honest. What up? Yeah. We got everything we need, man. Check. I'm not just saying my license, but it's just saying professionals. You feel me? Come on, let's go to some nice sunny days. Yo, hey, you know summer's coming when folks start getting shot and smoked on city blocks for low, if any guap. Same shit, yeah, my first full gray hair. One more felony, I might have my first full gray beard. It's way weird. Feel like that was only yesterday. I'ma slowly blow like parolees, the homies guesstimate. When I blow, don't blow me like you know me, no hit the exit stage. Left of the tackle spray, redirecting your steps this way. It flow shit progressing, got the steel with the vested. Even in the summertime, I will Smith and Wesson. You cutting from the grassy, so underground Nardwar wouldn't know what the fuck to ask me. I stick it in the stomach, now let me hit the throat. She call me Mr. Drummond, so many different strokes. Your punchlines, Mr. Drummond. Audience, Mr. Jokes. To your family, return from visit folks.
Some loving, some loving. That's just some loving. Some loving, some loving, some loving. That's just some loving.
Meet Ann with wings clipped, quick to flip manuscripts. Cause her man went from damaged kid to damn he's rich. But she still can't stand the way he manages to never put nickels in the can for the cancer kids. Plus he cheats at cornhole and brags that he won. So she lost interest like porno after she comes. My DM started jingling, baby, as it was done. 2 seconds later I can hear the snapping of her gums. She calls me half Dodge Challenger, half Lip Gallagher. I'm happy that I luckily sat next to her in algebra. I tried to hold her down, but I just couldn't balance her between the million meetings that I keep in my calendar. Plus odds aren't too sloppy that I know why my cell is blowing up probably, but I should check just as well. Call the cops, see if I can get a hold and tell if that's Copyright's yell raising hell inside the holding cell.
Some loving, some loving. That's just some loving. Some loving.
smooth type guy. Listen, I'm the shit I need 2-time ply. Part of my soul on my head sky high. The weed smoke cover my body, so I try. Put a scent on like sunblock. Summertime's body season, so keep your gun cocked. I count beers in the cooler, cause when the fun stops, that's when the arguments happen. In the gunshots, it's summertime. Backyards where we play cards. Spitting in cipher, the homie trade bars. Dominoes slam on the table, we take charge.